This is Mizraim Belmont Guerrero. He's a straight-A student, has a 3.9 GPA, and was vice president of a club in high school. It's no wonder he got into one of the country's most prestigious universities.
I'm a student at Georgetown University from Austin, Texas.
He's a math whiz, but there's one number he can't figure out: his social security number.
I am undocumented.
There are at least 27 undocumented students like him who are out about their legal status at Georgetown this year.
I was born in Guanajuato, Mexico, and I was raised there for 4 years. My mom, brother, and I immigrated to the United States due to economic reasons.
His status won't get him hauled away by campus police. Georgetown knows about his status and wants him there. It's one of the few universities in the country, along with other elite schools like Harvard, Yale, and UPenn, that offer admission and financial aid to students who came to the U.S. illegally. Mizraim is paying just $11.50 this semester. Tuition, room, and board is about $33,000. The university, meanwhile, most schools won't even let you apply without proof of citizenship.
The first question on a lot of college applications is a 9-digit number for your social security number. And so that barrier right at question 1 on public or private makes it demoralizing.
That's according to Andrea Flores, an anthropologist who studied the impact someone's undocumented status has on access to higher education. She's found that a lot of students can't participate in the public education system, and they've turned toward the private one, which is oftentimes smaller, more expensive, and more exclusive. An estimated 65,000 undocumented students graduate from U.S. high schools every year, and under federal law, every child is entitled to a public school education regardless of legal status, but that stops their senior year of high school. Of those who graduate, less than 10% of them go on to college. Some states offer in-state tuition rates to undocumented students, but no financial aid. Now, some of America's most sought-after private colleges are giving undocumented students full scholarships, study abroad opportunities, housing during school holidays for those who can't go home, and even support networks to navigate daily life.
They also have a student group on campus that recently started called Undocuhoyas, which creates a safe space for undocumented students to talk about their experience.
So why are schools investing all this money on undocumented students while so many other legal students would jump at the opportunity just to get into these institutions? Flores says these elite universities are creating some sort of private welfare state in America's most elite environments.
That kind of easy feeling of belonging in a civic institution that students have felt in K through 12 education in the public system is taken away at 18. It comes from a good place, right? Wanting to educate students who are exceptional.
Georgetown says it's doing so to make the world a better place, to support all of its students, including undocumented students. They say that these young men and women demonstrate an extraordinary passion to make America and our increasingly interconnected world a better place. Here at Georgetown, they say, we are dedicated to creating a context where they can succeed, free from constraint or limitation. But compassion isn't enough for some.
You cannot have a university assisting in somebody remaining here illegally, knowing they're here illegally. This is felony harboring under the immigration law.
There's no law that dictates that private universities can't admit or give financial aid to undocumented students. A lot of universities treat people who enter the country illegally as foreign applicants. But Stein says it's taking opportunities from Americans who are smart and want to go to great schools.
But if you establish a basic principle that says if you give people who break the law an advantage over those who respected the law, where does that lead us as a nation and as a people?
But pro-immigration advocates say Mizraim, who was brought in as a 4-year-old, shouldn't have to pay because his parents broke the law. A main argument for Dreamers, or undocumented immigrants who arrived in the U.S. as children, who are trying to get the president to pass immigration reform. In the meantime, there are little higher education options for these people.
Thousands of young people graduate from high school a year who become wasted promise in some ways.
Mizraim's fate could be determined by the presidential outcome. Hillary Clinton has said she will defend undocumented immigrants who arrived as children. Trump had earlier pledged to deport all 11 million of those who entered the country illegally, but has since rolled it back to just criminals. For now, there's deferred action for childhood arrivals, or DACA, which protects those who illegally enter the U.S. before their 16th birthday from deportation. They also get a 2-year work permit.
It's definitely eased a lot of my worries, knowing that now I could apply for a job, I could get a driver's license, and a lot of more opportunities are open to me.
And that means he can get an internship and other resume builders he needs to go to grad school and stay in the system a while longer until the next president decides what to do with him and 11 million undocumented immigrants. Of about 8,000 undergraduate students at Georgetown, there are 27 known undocumented students. That's less than 1%. It's hard enough to get in as a citizen. Last year, 20,000 students applied to Georgetown, 3,000 got in. At UPenn, 39,000 applied, 3,600 were admitted. 39,000 people applied to Harvard last year, only 2,000 were admitted. But groups like FAIR say all this work is in vain.
If somebody graduates without the ability to work, what is the public policy rationale for the university admitting that person in the first place?
While Mizraim doesn't even know if he'll still be in the country by the time he's a senior, he says he looks forward to being a normal college student for as long as he can.
It's been pretty easy so far, but then it is the first day, so looking forward to seeing the rest of the year goes.
For now, he's focused on finding the clubs he wants to join and convincing his long-distance girlfriend that Georgetown is a school for her. For Circa, I'm Fernando Hurtado.